John, it's good to see you again and to be working with you again.
Well, we're really happy to have you here at UL, Kevin. We're going to show you today some of the dangers of fire and how fast it can spread and how careful you have to be. Let's take a look at this first one. This apparatus is used to test roofing shingles to prevent the spread of fire. You know, a lot of the major fires in the United States started because a fire in one building spread to the next one through embers landing on the next roof. And that's how fires spread in many major cities, especially in the Great Boston Fire, the Great Chicago Fire. So you want to protect your house or your building from those embers, and the shingles are the first line of defense.
So right underneath the shingles, we've got a lot of wood. We've got the sheathing, we've got the rafters, and those can go up quickly.
That's right.
Okay.
And that's why we use this standardized piece of wood. We started burning on all 6 sides.
What's the wood you're using?
It's a Douglas fir. Once he has it lighted completely, he'll take that tongs and put it right up on the roofing section. To simulate outdoor conditions, because we're indoors right now, we have a 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing.
The 12-mile-an-hour wind makes a huge difference.
The 12-mile-an-hour wind is not only blowing the flame and exposing more of the roofing to the flame, but it's adding oxygen to the fire. So this fire is being accelerated by the wind, and any firefighter will tell you that when they see a wind like this, it means they're going to have a hard time fighting a fire.
So what constitutes a pass or a fail in this test?
This test is run for an hour and a half. And what we're looking at with our camera, which is mounted under the test apparatus, is to see if anything burns through the wood that the shingles are mounted on, which means that the fire could get into the attic of the building or the home that you live in.
So if it burns through the roof before an hour and a half, that's a fail. If it does not, it's a pass.
It is.
Any estimate on how hot that is right now?
Most flames can get easily up to 1,000 degrees. Even a simple candle flame can be 1,000 degrees. That's very, very hot, isn't it? And look at how many candles this would be. So hopefully your roofing shingles would never have to be exposed to this kind of extreme condition, but the fact is this is a very valid test for helping keeping people safe. Kevin, we're going to take a look at cooking fires here. Cooking fires are the leading cause of home fires in the United States, and in particular, unattended cooking.
Unattended?
Yes. You've got kids to take care of, you've got TV programs you want to watch, friends you want to visit with, and you can't sit in the kitchen. Take an oven mitt with you, and that'll remind you to get back into the kitchen every so often to see what's happening.
So if we do have a fire, I see the fire extinguisher here. Is this what we're grabbing?
Well, that's something that works very well on fires and something every home should have. But the fact is, putting a lid, or if you don't have a lid, a cookie sheet over that pan, it'll smother the fire and put the fire out very quickly. And that's what you want to do, is get rid of that fire as quickly as possible.
All right, you gonna light one up for us?
Absolutely. We have some cooking oil here. We're going to put it in the pan and simulate a grease fire. So the oil's been heating for 10 or 15 minutes, and it's pretty hot right now, so we're going to simulate a fire. We're going to ignite that oil. The reality is when food is cooking, it splatters around, and it might be hanging over the edge of the pan, and some of that oil could get down into the burner area.
All right, there it goes.
So this is a pan fire, of course, and the thing you want to do is not pick up that pan, but you do want to turn the stove off. The best thing you can do is find a cookie sheet.
So just cover it and deprive it of oxygen.
Exactly, that's the scientific approach to it, but it's very simple. The one thing to remember is don't try to pick up the pan and run outside with it. You're going to splash burning oil around and have more fires. Don't throw water on it because that could spread the fire around your kitchen. Your kitchen has curtains, bread wrappers, paper towels, that could all catch on fire. Then you've got a bigger fire and you need to get out and call 911.
Good to know.
So Kevin, we've been looking at a lot of fires today, but the important thing to remember is that your family needs a working smoke alarm that you check monthly, and also an escape plan so everybody knows how to get out, where to meet, and things of that type. The fact is that 30 or 40 years ago, you had on average about 17 minutes to get out of your house when that smoke alarm sounded. Today that's down to 3 or 4 minutes.
Wow, that's short. Why the big difference?
The difference is we have open floor plans, which allows fire to move much faster through your home. We have different construction materials, and most importantly, we have a lot of synthetic materials in our homes. Look at this carpet. At one time, all the carpets were made out of cotton and wool and had real natural backing material. Today it's synthetic material. That's not really bad, but the same is true with your pillows and your or furniture. It's all synthetic material rather than duck down or cotton.
So not bad, but it's going to burn a lot faster.
It will burn hotter and faster, and that's why you need that working smoke alarm.
I don't suppose we're going to light this up.
Oh, we absolutely are.
Oh, nice. So obviously a job for a professional, John, right?
Well, we've got our firefighter who's going to start a fire, and sometimes fires start from electrical problems, other times smoking materials. There are many reasons fires start, but the reality is once they get going, they burn hotter and faster than they did 30 or 40 years ago. And everything, including the blanket there, is made up of some synthetic material, and they do burn. This is something that if you see this in your home, you know what you have to do? You have to get out. This is something that is not controlled by you, not by your garden hose. Even if you have a fire extinguisher, it's time to get the family out, and it's time to call the professionals, call 911.
And you can see it drip. I mean, literally balls of flame dripping. That is the synthetic, almost like an oily fireball.
That's called flaming drip.
And at 10 feet away, I mean, this is intense heat that we're feeling right here.
It's terrible heat. Fortunately, this room is designed to have fires. The smoke is going up into a regenerative thermal oxidizer, which means it cleans up the smoke.
So we've got a well-ventilated room. We're not feeling the effects of the smoke. If this were a house, we'd be choking on this smoke.
If this were a house in an enclosed room, you would have trouble breathing. And that's called sustainability. Sustainability is when you cannot maintain life in the fire.
Wow, look at that. There is almost nothing left to that. And this was a total of 7 minutes and all that damage happened.
Look what happened. It's something that can repeat itself in any home, so be careful. Have a working smoke alarm.
Right. Well, good lessons and important lessons, John. I very much appreciate you sharing them with us.
It's our pleasure. Stay safe.